Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another indie horror game. Today we're going to be having a look at Menace from the Deep, a roguelike deck building card game that unfolds in the H.P. Lovecraft world. Set against the backdrop of 1920s America, the narrative revolves around a clandestine occult society. Now, this is part of Steam's Next Fest showcase, where we've seen a lot of game demos being released, a plethora, coming left, right, center, straight between your eyes. And this one caught my attention, and to be honest with you, I've been coming back to it, even though this is just a demo, and I won't be going through the whole playthrough of it. I think you should experience this for yourselves, so I'll just be showing you the bare bones, the meat and potatoes of the combat system, and what's to look forward to. So without further ado, let's get into this. So we do start the game at the Innsmouth Museum. The mayor of the city, that particularly chubby chap there with the cane and the hat, is giving the keys over to Mr. Grum, or so he perceives himself to be, Mr. Grum. He is this kind of occult leader, what looks like, and he's taken over the Innsmouth Museum for nefarious means. We're not shown why in this particular demo, but you can see the guy on the left there, the scientist guy who looks a little bit like Jack Nicholson in The Joker. He is the scientist, what they refer to themselves later on as brain and hand and head. The voice acting so far is really good. The art style will remind you of Darkest Dungeon. I really do like the scientist guy here. I like it sounds like Mark Hamill's been doing his voice. The voice acting work is really good, a bar above some of the indie horror games that we know in this genre. So without further ado, you are treated to this tutorial, which is a lot of sticky post-it notes that may deter you a little bit if you're not used to these roguelike deck building games. You have your abilities on the left here. So you basically have insight, which basically means if you are given cards randomly at the start of a round of combat and you don't like the cards that have been dealt for you, you can kind of pick this. You get 10 at the beginning and you can get an extra card sent into your deck. Consumables are basically, you can just chuck these on enemy combatants whenever you will. Some will burn, some will poison, some will buff you. And you get your cards, obviously. You get 3 energy at the start of each round, so dependent on the type of card you get. Some are free, you get 0. Some just take 1 energy off you, some take 2. So what you really want to do is you want to try and increase your energy as much as you can so you can play more cards. You can get combos, so you can add to your attack combination with certain buffs. You can then sort of debuff some of the enemy combatants whenever you can. And you do have a sanity meter, because it wouldn't be Lovecraft without some sanity. So you have your health here. So you have like 40 health to begin with. You can block, you can give yourself shield for incoming attacks, but you also have sanity. So when you're up against sub-bosses and the ultimate bosses, they will be the ones that take sanity away from you. And you don't have much of this, so you want to try and keep it as high as possible. So wood is the main economy in Menace from the Deep. As you go through your runs, you'll be able to acquire wood from either randomized cards that will take you to a warehouse where you can either steal or pay for them. You may be able to kind of purchase some from a merchant, but you really want to try and get as much wood as you can, because as we see here, we can now unlock the game itself with the propaganda center. At the start of the demo, we can only see one of the characters that can be played here, but a nice touch is that we can name the private investigator, and we have a little companion with us, little doggo. So when you start your run, this will be what you are seeing. Now, there are 14 cards here. We have to get to the ultimate elder god here, and on our way we'll be scuffling with local residents that you can see down below here. We'll be visiting a shady merchant. What are you buying? What are you selling? Or there'll be event cards, or we'll be able to go to a storehouse to buy some lumber, some steel, whatever it may be. Now, you can see that in this run we've got fuel. Each of these cards is going to cost us some fuel. Going to the storehouse, for example, will cost us 2. Going to the merchant, having a scuffle, will cost us 1. Theoretically, we can get through the whole run without having to refuel, essentially. There's no point going to the storehouse just yet, I would say. Although wood is the economy at the moment and that's what we need to get, we can steal wood or we can buy it. But when you steal, you only get a kind of dicey choice of having 1 or 2 wood. If you buy it, you get 3 wood, but it costs $75, and we don't have that at the moment. There's no much point going to the merchant at the moment because, you know, most of his items are going to be expensive, and the better items, the better relics that we want to get is going to be more expensive. The relic that we've started off with was lottery ticket. So immediately get $200, probability 50. We obviously didn't get that. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a scuffle, and we're going to show you the main meat and potatoes of this, the combat system at play here. So we've got the first turn. What cards have we been dealt? I hear your cry. Well, you know, we've got some attack, we've got some vulnerability, we've got some shielding. We can already tell with the 5 above our heads that this guy is going to hit us for 5. Now, what I'm going to do is block, so that will counter his attack. Now, what we can do is, yeah, I mean, we've only got 2 left. Let's put a little explosive action into these 2 here. And we can end the turn because we've got no energy left, so we've got to go into the next turn. Our doggo companion will do either one of 2 things. He hit the guy there, which was very nice, thank you. Sometimes he adopts bleeding to the enemy combatant. Other times he will heal, other times he'll shield up. So we can see Old Yeller, or Old Blackie in this case, in his next turn he's going to shield up by 6, but he's also going to get cursed attack by this fisherman. So we really want to get rid of this guy. This is a really good card. We don't have to spend any energy for this. We can apply weakness. Let's put it to this guy. He's got the little weakness sign there. And I love the UI on this as well, because once you hover over a character, either your own character or an enemy character, it will show you exactly what's at play. We want to get rid of this guy though, so let's wail on him a little bit. We can give our little doggy companion some health. He didn't need it. But there you go. So now let's use one of our abilities, because we've got 2 energy, but we've only got 1 card here. So now if we do a little flash photography, we can now, hopefully, he's got evasive maneuvers going on, so we'll hit him. He's dead. That leaves this guy giving us 3 damage. So we'll block again. That will shield us from his attack on the next run, and we will have full health. As you saw there, our opponent tried to hit us, didn't really do anything much because we had our shield up. Now we can gain some extra oomph power, some extra muscle in that bicep. So what we'll do now is we take a shot at this guy with our double barrel shotgun. We'll have extra little bits coming out because we had buffed up our hero a little bit there. So at the end of the round, we get to upgrade a card, or we'll be able to be given new cards in our deck. We've already got Grenade. Disguise is good because it gives you shield and also dexterity. In this particular instance, though, I want to try and avoid using 2 energy. So let's just go with the Brass Knuckles. That'll give us that. Not much to do there. So we go back to our table. And our next run here, once again, we could go to the... Yeah, let's go to the storehouse now. And let's buy some wood. You can steal the wood, which will either give you 1 or 2, or you can buy it for $75. Let's just buy the 3. In the demo, the wood isn't that important because you can obviously unlock certain features, but you know, until the full game comes out. We can stop by the motel. Let's do that. That will be to raise health, get more insight. But what we want to really do is we want to upgrade our cards we've already got. So you've got here now the punch. Instead of dealing 6, we'll be dealing 7 damage. And the other one will be the grenade. Once again, dealing 7 damage. What you want to do is, before you get to the ultimate boss at the end of a run, is you really want to stack up those cards. You want to really get some oomph into those cards. We've got 2 merchants. We've only got $1, so there's no point. It's not a great set of cards we've got here. Let's have another scuffle. I'm going to come back when we get to the encounter card. You've already seen what the combat's like now. There is a little bit of a learning curve to this. Wow, we've got 4 enemies. That's not so hot. So, who's going to hit us first? Let's try the weakness on him. I'm going to give myself some shielding. Let's just shower these guys with shrapnel. That's all I can do here, really. I've got all my energy gone now. Unfortunately, our companion is going to take a hit. He doesn't have as much health as we do, so we want to really try and protect him. We want to give him as much health as possible when that does come through. Once again, not a great set of cards we've been given. We can see the next turn I'm going to get 7 damage, so I'm going to have to shield up. Let's find out who's hitting us. So it is this guy, so perhaps we can try and get rid of him. I should have really put vulnerability on all of them before I did that, to be honest with you, because that would have probably hit for more. It's okay though. Our doggy companion has got our 6. So we're going to be losing a bit of health on this round. There are 4 enemies to contend with. And I'll be honest, I haven't really done this the right way. I should have put the vulnerability there. See, our doggy's got bleeding damage now. So every turn that he takes, he's going to get wailed on in this next round unless I do stuff. So let's give ourselves a little bit of power. We can take the initial card, which doesn't cost us anything, which gives us another card. So let's just do some randomized damage. Hopefully, yeah, there we go. I wasn't expecting both of them to hit him. They've all shielded up as well, so this is going to cost us more. But let's see if we can get this guy down. He evaded. He hates to see it. He really hates to see it. And we'll give our... there's not really much point because the round's going to be over. But in the next round, hopefully that'll give us a little bit more muscle power when we hit these guys. I'm not too fearful that our doggy companion is going to die at the moment, and there are cards that are going to be healing. We're going to try to... yeah, there we go. We've got one right there. So we're going to heal you up, buddy. Let's throw the grenade on everyone. Once again, I really should have put vulnerability on them all, first of all. I keep on missing that card. But there we go. Unfortunately, we can't really do much. Doggy will heal. Nice one. He gets rid of... so there's only 2 left. Right, this doesn't cost us anything, so let's put that on you. That should take you out of the equation. Yes, it does. And I'm going to put some block on. And why not? Might as well get some strength for the next round. And that's all she wrote. There is a seesawing effect regarding, you know, do you try to strengthen your attack power? Do you try to strengthen your shield power, your blocking power? But yeah, there are random card encounters that we'll come across now as well. So let's see what we get here. Oh, a man with tentacles coming out from his back. At dawn, you continue your journey. The night was restless. In this perilous and malevolent place, every dawn is a rebirth. You never know if you'll wake up tomorrow. Walking along the railroad tracks, you spot a figure crawling among the lifeless bodies. They've had less luck than you. You crouch slightly to avoid being noticed and try to understand what's happening. Suddenly, the figure turns in your direction. It's a merchant! What do you do? So, do we condemn the merchant for scavenging, try to examine how the people died, or lie flat on the ground to avoid being noticed? Let's try to condemn the merchant. This could lead us into a battle, but hey, there you go. Since when did the moths become such moralists? There's enough for everyone. Here, ha ha ha. The merchant responds and tosses a bag at your feet. So we don't have to fight anyone. We actually get to upgrade some of our cards. So now instead of 2 dexterity, we get 3 dexterity on that one. And the shotgun, the old shotty, deals 6 2 times or 3 times. 3, 6, 9. I'm gonna go with the short-term rewards, you know, the short-term resolutions. So here we go. Let's go to the storehouse. We are caning for our fuel, so I think we're hopefully going to have to find a card that will give us a rest stop. We don't have enough dollars, so we're just going to steal. Hopefully it's 2. Yeah, it is. There we go. So quite a profitable little scavenge there. We can stop by the motel. So far, the cards have been quite kind to us. I think we're going to upgrade. We could get a consumable. We don't have any consumables yet, and we don't have any equipment. The more equipment and consumables you have, the better it is towards the end when you're fighting the boss. So maybe let's get a consumable. There we go. Deals 20 damage. That'll be nice. That'll be very, very helpful later on. So in this demo version, you get 4 enemy types. You get the normal farmers with the pitchforks. You get the fishy people. And you get the sub-bosses. So, yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. Some of them deal different types of damage. We'll fast forward through.
Well.
What are you buying? What are you selling? So yeah, we only had two choices, and both of them were the merchant, so we had to go see him anyway. I would have preferred to see a merchant card later on when I had more gold, some more dollar, but unfortunately, only we can get is some consumables, but we already have 20 damage there. That could be potentially 40 damage to a certain enemy, and when you go against the sub-bosses, that could be handy, or we could do burning. I'm going to go with burning. And that's all really much we can do. You can sacrifice 20% of your health to get 50, but I don't think that's worth it, to be honest with you. In that last battle, we did take a little bit of a beating, but we're going to now go with the residents again. You've already kind of seen the combat with these guys, so I'll just fast forward until we get to the next part. While passing by an old lighthouse through thick fog, its keeper rushes towards you. It's a weathered old man claiming that the lighthouse has gone dark because the lantern oil has run out. If you don't take immediate action, ships might run aground. He asks you to go inside and maintain the fire with wood until he returns with fuel. What do you do? Agree and tend the fire, ignore him, or run for it? We're going to ignore him, because in some of these, nothing happened. You know, it's sometimes if you help out, this is H.P. Lovecraft territory. You help out, you're not really helping out. We're going to an unknown card now, so let's see what that brings us. That could be anything, any of the above, and we get into a scuffle. So on this particular run, we didn't encounter any cards with sub-bosses. The sub-bosses will deplete your sanity as well, so in a good way, we've been able to get to the end boss, the Elder God, with our full sanity, which means we will have a pretty good time with this boss. We've got quite a few helpful consumables as well, so we'll chuck this at the God to begin with. We'll buff ourselves up, and we should be able to... My health's... yeah, it could be a bit better. We didn't have... all the hotels came on the first kind of half of this rather than the second side, so let's get into the main battle here. And I don't know if this is a Shoggoth, if it's a Dagon, it's a Cthulhu, it's a deep one, whatever it may be. Let's see what we got. So, yeah, let's health him up. We'll get 2 intel. That'll give us another 2 cards. We can already see that the first attack that the boss is going to do is take away 3 of our sanity. So that's not good. What we're going to do is we're going to take 20 away already. We're going to put some burning on you. And we're going to give ourselves 20 because I think our companion's alright at the moment. We haven't even used any of our energy yet. So let's apply weakness to this beastie. And then let's wail on him. Let's just bring the hurt to him. So done quite a bit of damage in that first run. Not too bad. Yeah, the thing is, if you encounter sub-bosses, you do get better rewards. So you may get better relics. So far in this run, I've only got 1 relic, which is, you know, a cash thing, which isn't really helping my character at all. But, you know, let's see. So he's going to go on the doggy, so we'll try and boost your shield. Give you another one as well. Why not? And you're going to give yourself some more shield on the next one. So that's going to shield you up quite nicely. And that 5 burning damage is always good for another 3 turns. That's just going to sap away at his strength, which we like. We get a free little one there. I'm going to apply some vulnerability. So hopefully... this could work. It might have been easy to go with the shotgun and get more damage, but the vulnerability, the debuffs are really critical with these bosses and with the main enemy characters in the long run anyway. So the more debuffs you can get, the better, right? Let's strengthen ourselves up. Let's... oh, we're going to need more than that. Well, let's have the pistol. That'll take away your shielding. And let's health ourselves up, or shield ourselves even. Let's see what that does. He should only be hitting for 6, so we should be okay with this. There we go. He's bleeding, he's burning, it's all coming up Millhouse for us. And we've got 4 energy as well, so that's always good. More vulnerability for you, sir. Let's put the hit on you. More damage. And I think our doggy is going to have a little nip-nip. Yeah. So burn's going to take some off. Bleeding's going to take some off as well. See, my sanity's down to 9. If I'd encountered any of the sub-bosses, this could be even lower. This could possibly be 3. This could possibly be a game over if I had encountered some of the sub-bosses before. But so far, we're doing okay. I think we can end this guy right here, right now. There we go. He's gone. You can pick up some extra relics, so you can see each relic has different abilities. I like the, gain a card. We've already got that, so we get the consumable, but hey, will that give us 2? Who knows? Maybe it will. And then buff some more cards up, and we'll claim that. Anyway, guys, that was the demo for Menace from the Deep. I really enjoyed it. I've been coming back to this, and I will probably be getting the full game when it comes out. Will I do a playthrough? Probably not. These type of games are just for me, I enjoy doing them. But anyway, as I said, Steam are doing their Next Fest showcase. There are lots of games that you can see. You can download quite a lot of demos that are up and coming. And yeah, this one was one of the better ones. Anyway, guys, that's all for now. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.